Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. It's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
Hey everybody, it's Ninja Bullets again, and here I have a very special build video for you. It's a hunter cosplay video from Bloodborne, focused around the bleed status effect and two very specific weapons that I think mirror the hunter's aggressive playstyle pretty damn well. You can already see that I'm not level 120 at the time of recording this clip here, but my stats are already at 40 in Vigor, Endurance, Dexterity, and Luck, but Luck is actually 35. You need 10 in Strength to wield the weapons that you're going to be using, and the rest of the points that you have can really go anywhere. Now, in terms of the build, we have the Hollow Warden Twin Blades plus 10. I'll explain how to get those at some point in the video. And we also have the Brigand Twin Daggers plus 10. Those are also hollow. I will also explain how to get those as well. Now, in terms of armor, we have the Silver Mask, which can be obtained by killing Leonhard. I will also show you how to get these items too. You also have Leonhard's Garb, which can also be obtained from the Handmaiden after killing Leonhard. Again, I will show you. The Jailer's Gloves are obtained from the Jailers in the Irothil dungeon. That's self-explanatory. I don't think I have to show that. And also Leonhard's Trousers, which you can get from killing Leonhard and getting it from the Handmaiden. Now, in terms of rings, you got the Chloranthy ring plus 1, which self-explanatory. You got the Ring of Favor, whichever plus you want. The buffs are nice to your stats. Now, the Pontiff's Right Eye is an interesting choice, but also very, very sensical. While you're fighting, you want to keep pressure on enemies as much as you can. Now, for the fourth ring, you can really put on whatever the hell you want, because the 3 rings there already fit the playstyle pretty well. I put on the Red Tear Stone just to win trades if I'm low on health. In PvP, that is. This is a PvP and PvE class. Now, in accordance to the items on your belt, you only need one special item, and that is Carthus Rouge. I will explain how to get Carthus Rouge at some point in the video as well. Now, to get Leonhard's armor sets, or the pieces that you need from his armor set anyway, you gotta go up here to the Prince Lothric's throne and simply just kind of murder Leonhard if you really want to. There is no consequence for murdering this guy without completing his quest other than not getting the Crescent Moon Sword. And he will only drop, out of his armor set, he will only drop the Silver Mask. The rest of the armor set you can get from the Handmaiden after killing him, which you can see. Hold on, where is it? Right there. Leonhard's Garb, his gauntlets, which I am not using, and also his trousers, which I am using. Now, to get the Carthus Rouge, you have to first find the Grave Warden Ashes, which is in the Carthus Catacombs, and you can find it from the Carthus bonfire, go down the steps, make a left, and then go right through this illusory wall right here, and go up the stairs, and they will be on a corpse right here to the right. And from there, you can give the ashes to the Shrine Handmaiden, and she will fashion the Carthus Rouge out of it for 1,000 souls each. Now, I want you to know that getting those is very important. So here we're going to pick up the Brigand Twin Daggers, and it's very simple. Just warp to the Rotor Sacrifices bonfire, run down the road, and when you get to the Storyteller Corvian, just drop off this edge right here and drop down again, but be careful. You either want to be full health when you do this or wearing the Silver Cat ring, because it's very, very damaging, and the item will be on the corpse right there. Now, to get the Grave Warden Twin Blades, you have to be at the Cathedral of the Deep, or wherever there is a Grave Warden. I believe they spawn other places too. But the Cathedral of the Deep bonfire, the Cleansing Chapel, you go down this path here, and then you go up the stairs, and there's going to be one right there. This guy is very farmable, and I even get my ass kicked by this guy, so you gotta be careful. This person's very aggressive, and it goes to show how aggressive your playstyle is going to be with those twin blades. Now, we're going to start grabbing hollow gems. So, the first hollow gem is at the Fair and Keep perimeter bonfire, and when you go down that way, there's going to be the Atonement Dark Miracle, and right here on this corpse here is a hollow gem. And also, you gotta be careful while dropping back down because the basilisks are waiting for you. Now this is very important to remember before I show you where to get the second hollow gem that you'll need. First, before you use any of the hollow gems, you're going to need something called the profane coal, which is found in the Irothil dungeon. Now this is the cell where it's found, and this cell is located in the room with the horde of jailers. Once you enter this room from where you're supposed to, you just go straight ahead and into the open cell in front of you, and the profane coal will be on this corpse right here. To get the second hollow gem you need, you'll need to go to the Grand Archives and start crossing the rooftops. Mind you, you're not going to cross the entirety of the rooftops, you're only going to cross into the first section with this ledge here with the gargoyles, and look down, you should see a bunch of corvids. Drop down, kill them, do whatever you like, but after you do that, immediately go right and through a doorway right there, and there is your second hollow gem. Now that we've gone through all the equipment you need to get and how to get it, we're going to go through this build's combat effectiveness in both PvP and PvE with a few examples of both. When it comes to PvE, this build is a terror to giant creatures such as these Pontiff's guard dogs here. As you'll see right now, I will hack this thing to pieces with little to no effort at all, and just like that, the dog is down. The next dog does give you a little more trouble because he does his charge and throws me off a little bit. Regardless, I take care of him almost as quickly as I took care of the other one. Now, bleed builds in PvE are notoriously awesome for killing creatures like this, and if you're having trouble, I suggest you use Carthus Rouge to buff your weapons. When it comes down to boss fights with bleed builds, I'm just gonna let this clip speak for itself. Here's an example of PvP. I was invaded by some dude named Mikalash, actually, which is very funny because I'm a hunter from Bloodborne, and Mikalash is a boss in Bloodborne, so, you know, it's very fitting, and him and I seem to be identical in our choice of outfit. But in any case, I get my ass kicked. It's not the best performance on my part, but you can see me using the Brigand Twin Daggers quick step to my advantage with this guy's slow attacks, so when they do connect, I don't get damaged because of the iframes that it gives me. Now, keep in mind that the iframes do not happen if you don't have FP. And we're going to finish the fight soon here. So that's how aggressive you really have to be. Here's our last example of PvP, and it does not start off well at all whatsoever. But you can see that this guy immediately has trouble dealing with me because I am on his ass constantly, and he's a spellcaster. Did you see that? The bleed bar filled already, and he's on the run. You gotta be careful with people with slow attacks because melee attacks that are slow have hyper armor, but spellcasters are easy enough to deal with bleed builds like that. Well, that's all I had planned for this video, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe I'll take requests this time in the comments section, because, you know, I'm bored and I want to see what you guys can come up with. So until then, I'll see you guys later.